This is Emma Lemley. Support NIL at Virginia Tech by subscribing to TriumphNIL.com today. Hey Hokie Nation, and welcome back to episode 14 of On Deck with Emma and Emma. Today we have our lovely teammate Lyndsey Grein. How are you doing today, Lynn?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good. Sweating.
Yeah, that's hot outside.
I walked all the way to class today, got there, and I was like, oh, there's no one here.
I saw that.
Let me just wait. And then I was like, it's 9:30. Yeah, there's no class.
Didn't
my
you
bad.
say it was in McBride, too?
Yes, I walked all the way to McBride.
Oh my gosh.
But that's
so
okay.
did you just leave? Because I saw you said, you're like, I don't want to leave.
Yeah, well, I was embarrassed to leave
Yeah.
because I was like, oh, this is so embarrassing. Like, I've been sitting in here for like 10 minutes, and I was like, I'm gonna go like really fast, just like walk out like nothing.
Yeah. Maybe they announced it Thursday in class.
That's what I was like, I guess. Because I even looked on Canvas because I was like, well, I don't have any of my other classes today. So I was like, let me look on Canvas and see. I didn't see any notifications. Yeah. So I was like, okay. Well,
how are you supposed to know? At least you got your steps in this morning.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I got some steps in.
Yeah.
Got a good sweat in.
What have you been doing today, Linz?
Me? I woke up and got a smoothie from Oasis. It's the peanut butter chocolate one.
I love that one.
So I did that, and then I busted out some homework.
Nice.
And now I'm here.
Yay!
Yeah.
Lindsey, tell us about yourself. We have to start with that.
Yeah, we have to start. Tell us about yourself.
Tell us everything.
Oh, my life story.
Yeah.
So I was born. Yes, 7:30 a.m. I'm kidding. I'm a military kid. I live in Chicago right now, but I was born in Oklahoma. I'm a pitcher. I'm a sophomore here. Anything else you want to
I always
know?
forget you're a sophomore.
Yeah.
I think you guys are in the same class all the time.
I know.
Like, I don't feel that last year was your first year here.
Yeah. Honestly, it feels like I've been here for like 5 years. I feel like we get into such a routine that it's like, okay, every day.
I've been here.
Like, I've been here forever.
Yeah.
You've been here for like 12 years.
I know. I know. I'm getting old. But it feels, like, for me, it feels fast, I guess. But sometimes I do feel like, okay. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like,
It's like, it had, like, this season I feel like has gone by, like, I swear every year it feels like it goes by faster and faster and faster.
That's so true.
Yeah.
I feel like we talk about that every single day.
I know, we have, what, 3 regular season games left?
That's crazy.
And Liberty tomorrow.
ACCs,
Yeah.
Liberty tomorrow.
Yeah, I can't believe I was just walking by the field and I was thinking, like, we only have a few games left ever playing on the field.
I know.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
But
that's so crazy.
sorry.
No.
I got a bloody nose yesterday at the Gobblers.
At the Gobblers?
Well, it was like just a small one. I have a cut in my nose somehow. And so it like hurts. Do you guys ever get little stingers? I didn't know that's what they were called until Addie started calling them. Where it's kind of like a little bump in your nose. It may be a pimple,
just,
but
like,
it hurts.
burns.
So
Yeah.
bad. Yeah. So I think it started with that, and now it just like burns.
Did you guys have fun at the Gobblers last night?
So much fun. You guys looked awesome, by the way.
You look good too,
You guys are
girl.
so sweet. But yeah, no, I was really pushing for you guys, like the senior class. I feel like we got, what did we get? Cam got nominated for Best Moment. You guys were Golden Gobblers, and then you got the strength one, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Emma Ritter
And Maya
strong.
got breakthrough.
Yeah. Maya got breakthrough.
That's what we were saying. We're like, we all got nominated for
awesome.
something, but the hardware was not coming to 14
Hey,
to
you got a mini gobbler?
Yeah.
You got a
And the
mini
people that
golden.
won so deserved it, but it was awesome. It was a
That
really
was-
fun night.
yeah.
A lot of work went into that, so I'm glad that it turned out great because all like Natalie and Cam did so much, and all the SAC exec reps. So yeah, it was a really fun night. It's fun to get dressed up every once in a
It is
while.
fun, and I know it's so fun, and it was so well put together.
Yes,
like everything
it's
was
cute.
so organized.
And
And
Mr.
like it was
Chester
so
was there.
fun. Oh my gosh, yes.
He was the star of the show
Yeah,
yesterday.
he was.
He was awesome.
He was loving life, I feel like.
I love the little like montages that they do of like the fall, winter, and spring sports, and then like first clip of spring sports is Cam just going.
I missed it. I was backstage
Oh my gosh.
when we had to present one thing, and everybody's been talking about it, and I didn't get to see it.
It was
so sad.
funny. It was
Bree
like
was
first
on there,
clip is
too.
like
Was she doing
Yeah,
something?
Bree was
Oh, yeah,
dancing.
she was dancing, and then she did like the spinny thing with the bat.
yeah, she was like doing
She's
like
like a
baton
ninja.
twirling
Yeah.
with
Where did they
her
find
bat.
these videos?
Media day. And I don't know where that video of Cam came from.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It was like when we were like walking into a field and like we all have our equipment and stuff. Like that's like when they took it. I don't know where, but we saw the video and then we just all look over at Cam and she's like,
Oh my god.
It was so funny.
So
It was so fun. And there was a video of Lyndsey striking out. Who against Georgia was that? Kuma?
Gosh, I don't
Kuma,
probably.
I think it was.
Was
When
it
we
the
won,
last-
when we
it was
beat
the
them.
last one,
Yeah,
yeah.
that was lit.
That was awesome.
That was lit. And there's that.
Yeah, no, it was so scary.
It was so
No,
scary.
well, the first girl hit a bomb, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, she kind of set the tone, and I was like, all right. Like,
But sometimes I feel like you're like, oh, okay, whatever.
Like,
well, we got that
yeah.
out of the way. Okay.
yeah.
What's worse is like when you get 2 outs and then they like start getting hits and you're like, crap.
just one more. There was a video of you too. I don't know what game was
It was
that
at
from.
Arizona State.
Yeah.
Me and the Gogs.
Yeah,
Oh
the Gogs.
yeah.
And they got the Gogs. And there's a cool video of like, I think they've put it in a few videos of like Bree slide or diving into home and then like getting on her knees, like smacking the
Oh, that's
ground.
cool.
There's a cute one of Sarah in there.
Yeah.
She was like,
Yeah.
that was cute.
That's adorable.
Yeah.
Sarah's a cutie. I feel like she always looks photogenic.
Yeah. She does.
Sarah's always cute.
I thought
Whoa.
that just hit me. No?
Oh.
We just hit one right back at, what's his name?
Robert. A machine that we gave credit to
Robert.
last week. I always wonder what goes on in your guys' head. Like when you guys talk in the bullpen, do you have similar thought processes, or is every pitcher different?
I would say every pitcher's different.
You're very, I feel like, I don't know, you just like know what's going on. Like
I try not to have thoughts
Yeah.
in the bullpen.
But you sound like, when you come out, you sound like so put together and just like, it's
you.
like A, B, C. When I come out, I'm like, okay, so this is what I'm seeing over here. And then like, it's like random
Lindsay needs to
scatterbrained
get all of her thoughts out
Yeah.
and then put them together.
Yeah.
Because when I'm out there, it's usually just like scatterbrained, like static.
I get that.
And then when I
works
come
for you.
out, it's like I'm so talkative. But you and Cassie said like you couldn't understand me.
There
You
was
know,
one.
like-
Wait. It wasn't last weekend. It was the weekend before that. You came out of the game. I think it was Georgia Tech. You came out of the game, and we were like, "Is she speaking English?"
Oh my
just because you were like, just like getting all your thoughts out, and we were like, "What did you just say?"
The worst part too is when Coach Josh is talking about like last names. Or,
Oh
like,
my
they-
god, I
and,
cannot
like,
remember last
I
names.
can't do it. I like think I'm like, oh, the tall
who?
blonde or like the
Looks
short dark hair
or
girl.
numbers.
Yeah.
It's like I can remember numbers, or like if you tell me what they look like.
Yeah.
But he'll like say a name, and I'm like,
You can't remember the whole lineup.
Who?
name.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah. Especially like I feel like sometimes we play a team and for some reason to me they just all look the same. Or like there's
Yeah.
just like a chunk of them that all look the same. And for some reason, like when we played Georgia, there was like 5 of them that I just could not differentiate
Yeah.
between. I was like, okay, what does she look like? What does she look
Yeah.
like? And I was like, please turn around, guys, so
Yeah.
I can see your names on your jerseys.
I feel like it's also hard when you have a team like Georgia where all of their hitters are like
They're
really
all good.
and they
Yeah.
don't have like hardly any slappers, but maybe one. So it's not like you have somebody to break it up. Like, okay, this is the slapper, and then that's how I do it in the outfield. I'm like, okay, this is a slapper, so I know after this girl comes up, and then this girl comes up.
Yeah.
But I can't even imagine for pitchers what is going on in your head.
Honestly, okay, I don't know how this is gonna sound, but when we played Alabama, the only I had like a TikTok sound playing in my head. That was my only
Yeah.
thought. I
That's
think
what
I
I
came
did,
back
though,
in the
and it
dugout and Josh was like, "What are you singing?" And I was like, I don't know. I'm like, I got
They're
3
wearing
outs.
red.
I got 3 outs.
And sometimes it's, gosh, Alabama felt like it was literally yesterday.
I know,
Yeah.
it was like a month ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
Auburn
more
feels like
than a month.
yesterday.
Gosh, that was crazy too.
That
With the
was.
rain and
Yeah.
the fire breathing eagle. We made a list of some of our favorite moments. I have to show it to you
Oh, I
after
want to
this.
see.
It's mainly it's just like picture moments,
Yeah.
but like we have a
You guys
list
have a
of like
special group.
there's
Special's a
been
word.
so many weird moments this year. I can't even think of some of them. We probably should.
My favorite one though, like out of the whole season, and this is probably just me, but you know, like Alvin and the Chipmunks, when
Yeah.
Theodore's like walking around and there's like an eagle, and he screams like "Eagle!"
Oh my
That's
God.
at Auburn. And for people that know, that was the only thought I had because every time I turned around, that thing was like snarling
Breathing
at me.
fire.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, eagle!"
I know.
The thing
when I
is
first got
actually
there, I was like,
terrifying.
"What?"
Yeah.
No,
That's a
literally.
first.
The first
I've
when I
never
saw it, I
seen
was
that
like,
before.
oh my god,
It was
this thing's
so
actually
big,
scary. Imagine if
too.
we had a big fire breathing turkey on top
That
of
would be
our scoreboard.
intimidating. We should have done that.
We
So
should get,
intimidating.
Like, the weight room version of the hokey though, where it's like all jacked.
Oh, yes,
and it's
yes,
just like
yes.
standing over there.
It's like just like a statue of like what the mascot looks like.
Yeah.
Like freestyle.
They just take one of the like little hokey birds at the front of the hotels and just put it
Yeah.
on top of our scoreboard.
Oh, that would
be
be
awesome.
so funny.
Are you guys almost done with school?
Close.
Yeah.
This is like the last week, I feel like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a
about you?
presentation today.
What class?
Team leadership. It should be easy just because it's about a project we've been doing all semester. So we did this little project where we went to Warm Hearth Village and we brought these little painter pots, and they painted them and then we planted little seeds in them.
Fun.
So we just have to talk about that for like 10 minutes.
That's fun.
So that should be good.
Yeah.
But last presentation ever.
Fun. I think I have like 3 more assignments and then I'm done.
Woo!
That's crazy. And then I'm a senior.
Yeah,
crazy.
senior
That
and
makes me
junior. Are you guys
so-
excited for summer?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
I don't really know what's
Yeah.
happening this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully we spend like the first front of it in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
that's
that
the-
would be
that's
lit.
the goal.
Yeah.
But
would be lit.
yeah, my sister is graduating too, so she's your class.
Oh,
and
fun.
my family, like for graduation, because Sydney didn't want a gift, so they surprised her with a trip to Hawaii, and I get to tag along.
Oh,
so I'm so
fun.
excited.
Not Sydney, Lyndsey's dad. It's funny how your names are kind of similar.
Yeah,
Sydney,
well, her name is my name with an L, like
Yeah.
SYDNY.
did they do that
just-
on purpose?
Yeah,
Oh,
my dad thought he
that's
was
cute.
doing something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
creativity. Yeah, he flies planes, so he flies into Blacksburg when they come, which is cool.
That is so
but
cool.
are you guys flying to Hawaii? Is he flying you to Hawaii?
Oh God, no.
Okay.
I don't think my mom would let him.
Yeah, that would be
no.
Yeah, that's a long trip.
Don't you have to stop and get gas a lot in those little planes?
Yeah, especially in the little ones. I think he only has to he fills up before he comes here, and then on the way back he'll stop in Indiana.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's cool.
That's terrifying.
I know.
My brother just Snapchatted me a few days ago, and he's getting his pilot's license. And he just I don't know why he wants to. I guess just to have it. And he just is. Sorry, I don't know if this is legal, but he's like sending me a
Yeah.
video flying a plane. I'm like, no flying and texting.
Well, it's funny because they just put that
Don't
thing
text
on
and fly.
autopilot, and they can
Oh, really?
they can literally and I don't know if it is legal or not. So sorry, Dad, but he can sit there and text or
Yeah.
just sit. They say they sit back and just chill. I'm like, so you're flying and this is his work plane, the big ones.
Yeah.
They are flying this big thing. And they're
Yeah.
just chilling out, having a good time,
Yeah.
chatting. I'm like, oh my gosh.
That's probably, I guess, where the
Crazy.
term autopilot comes from.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
our cars haven't gotten there yet, but at least the planes can do it by
Yeah.
themselves.
My car needs to get there. My
Yeah,
driving
same.
school's not great.
Yeah, Lyndsey. No, I'm just
Yeah,
kidding.
no,
I'm in the
seriously.
same boat. I'm in the same boat. Jenna was probably the worst
Really?
driver ever.
Really?
Sorry, Jenna, if you're watching. I know you're probably
Sorry,
not, but she was
Jenna.
terrifying to drive with.
Oh my gosh.
She
I
was
feel
scary.
Actually, I don't know if I'm a good driver.
You're a good
I
driver.
feel like you'd be a good driver.
You are.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. I don't.
I was gonna ask. Oh, Sydney hit 2 home runs.
Yeah, this past
Lit.
not
She
this
made
past
NCAA.
weekend. Yeah, she did. My sister's so cool. But yeah, she went yard twice.
That's awesome.
She's playing well. So
Aw.
That's exciting.
yeah, I'm so excited, especially for her.
Yeah.
Well, it's senior year, so
Yeah.
I'm excited that she's heating up, and hopefully that
Yeah.
stays that way for
Yeah.
the last
Fun.
couple weeks of her season.
Do you ever pitch to her and she hits off of you?
Yeah, well, it's almost unfair. I feel like both ways.
Yeah.
Because she grew up catching me. She was
Yeah.
my only catcher from the age of 9 till now,
Yeah.
19? So the past 10 years. And I'll throw to her, and it's easier for me because the first day I come back,
Yeah.
I'm oh, I'm doing great.
Yeah.
I'm striking her out. This feels awesome. And then the next day we go, she just kills me. And
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, now my ego just
You're like,
Yeah.
this
completely
isn't fair.
dropped. But
Yeah.
she's super smart because now she plays short, but she used to catch, and she just knows so much about pitching because she
Yeah.
used to go to all my
Yeah.
pitching stuff. And she just she can tell me all the fixes and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's super
Aw,
nice. I'm
that's
really
cool.
fortunate to have her. But yeah, no. The worst
sweet.
though is when I beam her.
Oh,
a couple
yeah.
of times on accident. It's the worst. It's all day we just don't speak.
Oh,
yeah, well,
You're like, yeah, we're done.
because she's Yeah, she has a high pain tolerance, but I feel like when you're with family, like, that kind of drops a little bit and it's a little more
definitely.
dramatized.
Yeah.
But it's like
That's
a little bit of
funny.
silence, just awkward conversation, and then eventually she's
Yeah.
over it. But
Getting hit by you would hurt really bad, I can imagine.
But there were a couple times too, because Sydney throws like 7. I think we clocked her once at 70, so she's throwing hard overhand. And there's one time we were in our basement, and like we have a cage set up, and there's a little lip in the lining of the cage. It's kind of like that material.
Yeah.
And it hit the lip
God.
and came down and hit me in the eye. And I like had a black eye.
Oh my gosh.
It was so bad, but that was pretty painful. So it evens out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are both hitting each other.
Yeah.
So it's fair.
Sisterly love.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Oh, yo, Corey got beat
Yeah.
this
she did.
weekend. Corey has
Corey
a
got-
big old bruise.
Yeah.
Also,
Did she
shout out
get-
Corey. She just broke the
Yes.
program home runs for a single season record at 20,
That's crazy.
and that'll keep going up
Yeah.
as our games
At the
go
rate
on,
she's
I'm
going,
sure.
she'll hit like
Yeah.
50 by the time
Yeah.
the season's over. Did she have to get x-rays or anything?
No, I don't think she did. Yeah,
It's-
how's your rib?
Yeah.
It's good.
Good.
It's still broken, but it doesn't hurt, so that's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I told Corey I'll have to, because I have to wear this like thing. So I told Corey I would give it to her to wear
Oh.
during the game. So
Switch out and
Yeah.
in between the game, like, okay,
Yeah.
you're
You're
up.
like,
You're
wait,
up.
wait,
Yeah.
wait, wait. Let me give this to Corey.
Yeah.
no.
That's funny.
She's doing awesome.
Yeah, she
She's
is.
having a good year.
She is. Yeah.
So happy for her.
Yeah.
Sorry, going back, I was gonna ask a question earlier. Did you and Sydney ever think about going to the same school?
We tried. We thought about it for
Yeah.
a little bit. When she used to come, she went to I think 1 or 2 camps with me here, and then we would like go to camps together. But I think like it hit a point where we just were kind of like, yeah, like I think we're just gonna go separate ways, just because like I feel like when I was getting recruited, me and my sister were in that like phase. We've always gotten along, but
Yeah.
especially during that time period. Oh, we were beefing.
Yeah.
So I was like, no way.
Yeah.
I'm not going to school with my sister. But
yeah.
now I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish.
Yeah.
But she's only 3 hours away. So
Yeah,
like
so you
it's
Oh, yeah,
it's
that's
nice
not
so I
too
get to
bad.
see her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was fun.
Not bad.
Yeah.
It's funny how the timeline goes with siblings.
Yeah.
Like you love them when they're like all little, and then you grow up and you're like, I can't stand you, and then you get older again and you're like, okay, we can be friends now.
All right, we're good now.
How many siblings do you have?
2 older brothers.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then you have your older sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys are pretty close, right?
Yeah, my sister, we would beef when we were younger. Well, when she would beef with me when I was 7 and she was 14. Because my mom would they would make her watch me, and we would I would annoy her, and then she'd get mad at me, and then she would chase me, and then I'd be like, let me use your phone, I'm calling mom. And she'd be like, no.
Sisters are, well, Sydney would go around, and she went through the longest phase, and people started catching on to it here, but I am any shock factor, whether it's jumping out of the corner or honking a horn, I freak out. And she used to do that all the time growing up. And when I get scared, my first reaction is a fist. You're gonna get something coming at you. And we used to get, well, we would get in trouble because then we were arguing. But I remember there was one time she spooked me, and just naturally I flung my fist at her.
Just flung it.
Yeah,
I didn't
no,
punch her. I just flung my
it.
fist.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a punch. But that was the common issue. Sydney just wanted to scare the crap out of me.
Yeah.
That's what happened. But
And you feel never safe in your own home.
nope, never.
Yeah.
You're
No,
always
and you turn
looking
any
around
corner.
corners. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad does that. He used to do that to my mom
Oh,
so
my gosh.
much. Oh my gosh. So how our house is set up the upstairs, you go up the stairs, and then my parents' room is directly to the right. And then right when you walk in the room, they have a bench you can put stuff in. And sometimes when my mom and I would be walking upstairs, he would already be upstairs, and he would stand on top of that little bench.
Oh,
And
my
so when we
gosh.
would jump up, he would jump down. Oh my
That's
gosh.
terrifying.
That is so scary.
Terrifying.
With that, and she knew I was afraid of the dark too. So we would be she would leave her room before I would, turn off all the lights, slam the door.
No.
I wouldn't have a way out. I was I'm
No.
gonna kill her.
Siblings are brutal.
Yeah.
That would freak me out.
Yeah.
No.
I remember
absolutely not.
growing up with 2 brothers, I was always their little, they wrestled, so I was oh, perfect. I'll wrestle Emma as a dummy because we can take her. And But there was just so many times. But my brothers were so sweet. I remember I would get so scared to sleep by myself until I was like 15.
Yeah.
But like until I was probably too old. But I was like 4 or 5, and my brother's room was right next to me, so I'd go and, can I sleep with you? And he's like, oh, fine. And then I would like kick him out of bed because I kicked when I sleep. He was like, all right, that's enough.
Yeah.
But no, they were both so nice. But, I wish I could have a sister. I feel like that would be fun.
It definitely is something.
It's something
It's
different.
something. I
something
love
different.
it. But yeah, I definitely think if we had a brother, it would level everything out. 'Cause
Yeah.
my poor dad is,
Oh,
he's turned into a great girl dad as we've gotten older. But I feel like when we were both little, he was, like, he loved us, of course, but he was like, oh, what do I do with this?
Especially
and like,
being in the
Yeah.
military,
Yeah.
he's so like hard probably, and then girls are just so like
different.
different.
But yeah, he immediately, when he started on the like dance cheer route, because
Yeah.
Sydney was the one who was into softball, he was like, absolutely not, like, and shoved me into softball. And I remember hating it.
Yeah.
Like, I refused to go and would get so angry,
Real.
but now I love it, so it worked
Same.
out.
Yeah.
I used to hate sweating and like being like dirty, and so and like my first softball practice ever, I got hit in the face,
Oh,
and like
No.
so I was like, I don't want to go to practice.
Yeah.
And then I would like complain going to like basketball too. I was like, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
I don't want to go.
Sweat.
I don't want to sweat.
yeah, no
Gonna
thanks.
smell
Yeah.
sweaty and dirty all the time.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know, I'm like slipping off of the chair.
Yeah, no, seriously, my hands
So
are
sad
I know,
'cause we just
literally.
talked.
I know. Ritter, did you do dance or anything when you were little?
I was a cheerleader,
Cheerleader.
Nice.
There you go.
Oh,
but I was like, I don't know. And I did ballet, but I just am not coordinated in that aspect. Nor
I
like,
did dance. Invitations for it. And
I could see you
rode-
being a good dancer.
I rode horses.
Oh, that's fun.
That's so fun.
My mom's boss had horses, and so he would give me riding lessons, and I would clean the stalls.
You would
Oh,
what? Clean his closet?
clean his stalls.
Clean his closet?
Yeah, I would clean his closet.
That's a little
No.
bit weird.
that,
Clean his closet.
color coded? No.
But yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. What has been y'all's favorite game so far this year?
This year?
Yeah. I know. I'm like, that's a
Like, as a team or like personally or both?
Both.
Both.
anything. Yeah. A favorite game.
I feel like the first game of Georgia, not pitching in it. Well, obviously that was great too, but like I think when because you were starting, and I remember all of us like on the bench were just like super like we're always in tune with what's going on, but that game it was like
Everyone was
it was like hyper focused. We were
Yeah.
into it. That game was really fun. It felt like the vibes on the bench were like Clemson of last year, just where it's
Oh,
like you
yeah,
want to
yeah.
win so bad that everybody's just like super hype. So I think that was really fun,
Yeah.
just spectating. I think playing, I'd say like just any team that's like super good competition, like your Georgias or Auburns, like playing SEC teams is really fun because
Yeah.
like they play the game I feel like a little bit different. So I feel like that was fun too. But I'd say definitely like team camaraderie wise, Georgia was a lot of fun because I just remember like the Dr. B meetings and everything leading
Yeah.
up to it. Like we were so just wanting to win. And
That was like such
we
a
did.
team, like collective,
Yes.
like
Yeah.
everyone contributed
Yeah.
in that game.
It was fun.
Yeah.
I feel like the SEC games are also fun because they're a little bit less pressure in the sense that you're taking a step. You don't know what to expect as much, whereas ACC teams, like you're in the ACC, so you know the girls, you know what to expect from their players and like what has happened when you played them before. But with the SEC teams, when you've never played them before, it's like a clean slate. You just go out and play, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just enjoy it.
Yeah.
I think from like watching the game when we scored all those runs against Boston College.
That was awesome.
That
Okay,
was because it was
that
just like,
really cool.
oh my God,
Yeah.
another one,
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, that was
Softball's
fun.
such a weird sport, how that can happen.
No, literally.
Like, some games, I feel like people don't understand watching it, but, like, even playing it, sometimes I don't understand, like, hitting is so strange because one day it can be there and one day it isn't, and that's just that's what Coach B and I were just talking about. That's just how the sport is, and when you play so many games in a season, it's almost like you have to expect that some days are just not going to be there.
Yeah.
You know, and but it's all about getting good at the right time.
And like sometimes in a game, like something unexpected will happen, and it just like changes the whole pace of the game.
Exactly.
Like Florida State was playing Florida the other day and losing 3-0, and then in the 5th inning scored 12 runs and run ruled them. And
That's
it's
actually crazy.
like it's just like one hit and then like one walk and then like all of a sudden you get a home run, you're like, oh my gosh, we're in this. And like literally the whole pace of the game can change in like one pitch. Which being a pitcher, that is a scary thing sometimes. It's a scary thing sometimes because you're like, okay, I gotta shut it down.
It's crazy though. You would never know with either of you that you have these thoughts going on. Like you both seem so like, or you like just nodded down in your mind. And it's easy to play behind you guys because I'm always like, woo.
I have to stay like calm.
Yeah.
I can't have any. I almost have to have like no energy
Yeah.
when I go in. Like I almost have
okay.
to like I can have a small cup of coffee 3 hours before the game, and that's all I can have because like if I don't know, like my adrenaline is just so high when I go out there to pitch that I like have to have zero energy because my adrenaline puts me on like 1,000.
She's making me look really bad.
If I have I had at the beginning of the year, I like would drink like a Red Bull before the games, and I was out there and I was like, oh my God, I can't. I was literally, and that was when I also couldn't throw a strike.
Yeah.
So I was like actually freaking out.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Let's hear about you. Switch routines.
Maybe.
Lyndsey and I throw very similarly.
Yeah.
We're polar opposites.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, that's really accurate. So, counter to Emma's way, I will blatantly say, is the most healthy and most admirable, I think.
Healthy.
Well, I mean, going into games.
Thanks.
Health-wise, I need to feel as if I were going into battle. I feel like is the best way. Like,
And I
literally,
understand that.
Like, I
get
need
that.
to put myself in a fight or flight scenario to, like, perform.
I get that.
I need to be like to go out there and then like do it because I feel like my brain, I feel like when I play, it's like usually I have songs running, but when I do the best is I feel like when my brain is like shouting, like I feel like your TikTok reels of like people just screaming, like that's my brain sometimes.
Do you listen to like death metal music?
No,
Or do you listen to like screamo, like?
Do you like listen to like?
Or do you listen to like crazy like rap? Like what do you listen to?
I listen to like NF.
Okay,
He's good.
okay.
And
What's
then
that?
Okay.
he's a Christian rapper, but like his music isn't like kind of your typical worship. Like it's kind of it's like clean rap, but it's
I feel
like
like he's,
very
like-
like
I feel like his beats are like
they're very aggressive.
Yeah.
That Eminem, I listen to like it depends on the day. Like I feel like a lot of it like if I know I'm like going to pitch, then it has to be something that's like very like to the point. But a lot of it like on the bus ride usually is like worship music sometimes or like Christian rap and stuff. So
I have to be like butterflies and rainbows when I'm pitching. Like I listen to like hyper pop music.
Yeah.
I listen to like Charlie XCX.
Aww.
I love that one.
Is that the one with Addison Rae screaming? Yeah, that's a
I love that song. But no, I listen to like a lot of like really, really poppy music.
It's okay.
I'm like, ooh, have fun. I'm like listening to Charlie XCX, some like fun Taylor Swift.
Just little girls going to play games.
That was the best part of rooming last year because I would never wake up.
It's nice to see her. I was just gonna say something. What was I gonna say? What were we just talking about before that? It was something funny about one of you guys.
Caffeine,
and then
music.
Come back.
Okay.
I forget what we were talking about.
Yeah, sorry,
like
I just
thoughts
ruined
of
the whole
pitching.
Thoughts of pitching. Yeah.
What do you listen to before games, or do you listen to music?
Yeah, I always have to borrow Maya's headphones because I have very bad luck. Not bad luck. They always go through the washer for some reason.
Oh, yeah. For some reason.
Yeah.
For some reason.
No, I'm very much like you, Emma, where I can't drink like a Celsius before a game or I'm shaking. So I drink my pink drink and I just listen to worship music on the way to the games.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the only thing that can keep me calm. But what was I thinking? It was a really funny story. Oh, I remembered. I was gonna say, now that I think enough time has gone by, we can tell the story about how in Duke, was it Duke, where we had practice in the morning. And we had practice in the morning, and we're on the bus, and you tell the story from your perspective.
Okay.
I don't
So
want to ruin it.
every night, now this is like every night before I'd go to sleep in a hotel, I always check all the group chats for texts. And I'm like, because usually that's where we find out if we have practice or not. And there was like expected rain the next day, so I'm like, oh, maybe they're holding off on texting about practice because I didn't see anything. So I told Molly, I'm like, Molly, like, I haven't seen anything about practice. Let's be sure we set our alarm for at least for 9:30, up by like 9, like somewhere around that time. I said 9:30, 9:45 to make sure like we get the notification for practice. So we wake up to Molly's on the phone with Cassie, and she's like, hey, bus is leaving and we gotta go. So Molly and I are like in a complete panic. So I'm grabbing clothes. Molly's trying to change. I'm like, forget it. We're going in our pajamas. Like, bring the clothes. We'll change on the bus. We're sprinting down. We get there and it's like everyone and their mom knew that the bus had left. Like strangers are coming up to us and they're like, yeah, the bus just left.
Oh no.
And I'm just like, oh. So we're all panicking. Molly's kind of stressing out. So I'm like trying to calm her down. And then there was like a parent, and Molly like asked, like, hey, can you give us a ride to practice? It was Coach Mike's mom.
I was going to say, was it Coach Mike's
oh
parent?
no. So they didn't have a car, which was super sweet for them to even like consider taking us. So it was really, shout out Coach Mike's parents. You guys are awesome. So I take Molly because she's starting to pace. So I take her to the back. She's kind of stressing out, and I start like getting an Uber.
Yeah.
Get the Uber, it's like 10 minutes away. It gets like closer to like where it was like 7 minutes away. That Uber cancels. So then I pick up another one, and this Uber was $30 to get to practice.
My gosh.
And he took the longest way there, and he was like, I'm going to get you there. Like, you're going to make it. And I'm like, and we're all sitting in the back seat just like, oh my gosh, this is like the perfect storm. And then we made it, and
then we didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Pitchers literally
Yeah,
didn't
we
do
just sat
anything
there.
at practice.
Fortunately,
We just stretched.
Yeah. So now I always check the itinerary. My alarm's set for early. So,
Oh my God.
yeah. So
To be fair, we didn't even talk about having practice. It was just on the itinerary. So if I would have missed it,
It was
too,
crazy.
if nobody told me.
It was crazy.
But
it was crazy.
Yeah.
That was a crazy morning. That was just a
it's a
crazy
funny story now, though.
Yeah,
It was
no, it
crazy.
is pretty funny. It was so bad. I think just at the time we were just in pure panic mode.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think now it's like lesson learned. Like always check the itinerary.
Yeah.
So yeah, had to learn the hard way, but
Yeah.
it's funny.
That was funny. That's a good story to end on for
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
episode, guys. Okay, let's see. We have a game tomorrow, or I guess if you're watching this tomorrow, we have a game today against Liberty. And then we have 2 more home games this Saturday, 2 and 4, I believe, doubleheaders. So last 2 home games of the regular season. So make sure y'all come out. You might see Emma Ritter and I switch positions on the field. Maybe.
Do
Did
it.
you hear that?
I
too?
don't know. Well,
We've been talking about it
I
all
know
year.
that I think Lyndsey and I are the only available pitchers that day.
Yeah.
So if I'm starting, I better be starting in center field.
Yes.
And Emma
I
Ritter
will
will be
pitching.
starting on the mound.
Yeah. That'd
That'd
be
be good.
awesome. I
That
want
would
to
be
do
so
that.
funny. I hope that
Yeah,
happens.
we should all switch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll switch it. Yeah, do
I've
it
been
because I've been
waiting 4 years
talking
for this.
like crap to Cam all year, just
Yeah.
messing with her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be so funny. So make sure y'all come out and see
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah.